Hello, everyone, and what a week it has been in precious metals, both gold and silver. We've seen some meteoric rises in the prices of each, and I'm going to get into all of that in this video, what I think it means, whether new stackers should be getting into the mix right about now. First, before that, I'm going to do an unboxing, so please stay tuned.
Stacking Cat.
Hello YouTube, and welcome to the Stacking Kat channel, where I talk all things silver with a little bit of gold. And thank you so much for watching, I greatly do appreciate it. And if you could please subscribe, smash that like button, and also share this video, that would be awesome. So like I just said in the intro, we've had a wild week in precious metals in terms of the prices of both silver and gold. Those are the two precious metals that I focus on, and I'm sure a lot of you out there do as well. But before I do that, I want to get into an unboxing. I placed this order back on Monday, July 20th. It took about a week to get here. It's from Liberty Coins. And I'm really excited for this. It was actually a pretty good decision, as I'll talk about later, that I bought it on Monday and didn't wait, for later in the week. All right, let me just open this up. Well, I opened that up and debris went everywhere, but no big deal. The main thing is just to get the coin that's inside. The packaging is irrelevant in a lot of cases. And as you can see, it has that nice yellowy color, which can only mean one thing, that it is some gold. Let's see here how they did it. I got this in there. There we go. Nice and good. God, sorry about all this dust everywhere. All right, let's see what it is. Kind of this dinky little plastic flip. I will relocate this coin when I get a good chance. And as you can see, it is an American gold eagle. Get it in good view there. It's a 2020. So I got this through, like I said, Liberty Coins, through their eBay site. A really easy company to work with. They're out of Huntington Beach, California, and they ship right away. Really competitive prices compared to a lot of the other online bullion sites. And so their 2020 was the same price as their random year. And this is definitely a year, I think, to chronicle, to kind of remember. Of course, we see the classic reverse. So adding another 1/4 ounce, that's what this is, to the stack of gold. I have been on a gold kick as of late. I've made a few videos in that regard. And so finally I have the 2020 American Gold Eagle. Really excited to add that to my gold stack, of course. Put that down right there. And now let's I guess I'll put it in the center for now. I'm going to bring out some other coins, and we'll kind of get into what's been going on this past week. So I will put up a chart where gold was as of closing on Sunday, July 19th. This would actually be after Friday, July 17th. I'm not including any of the overnight markets. So gold was 1,810.28 American dollars as of this time. Silver, 1935. And the gold to silver ratio, which means the amount of ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, was 93.54. Now let's fast forward to the end of closing on Friday, July 24th of 2020. As we can see, gold is up to 1,901.85, so an increase of 4.82%. Silver made a huge gain, really outperformed gold, and gold performed really well. I mean, nearly 5% in a week is phenomenal. So silver went up to 22.77, a 15.02% increase. That's really unbelievable. And the ratio, maybe the more important thing, it went down to 83.51. And so I just kind of want to illustrate a few things as I get into the gold and silver ratio. Let me get this a little bit closer. Okay, so that's the quarter ounce American Gold Eagle. So a week ago, if you wanted to turn all your silver in to get a 1 ounce American Gold Buffalo, a 2020 or whatever random year you want. Now, premiums aside, and I will get into premiums and how those have stayed relatively high through this whole market increase. So this 1 ounce Gold Buffalo, as you can see here, a week ago, or at the beginning of the week, would have taken 93, roughly a little over 93, 1 ounce American Silver Eagles, for example. And now as we get into the end of the week, I have 10 American Silver Eagles right here. Just the classic. Here's a 2016 American Silver Eagle. We've all seen them. A lot of us stack them. You know, this one is in whatever cold condition, you know. Get the best price you can on these. But so I have 10 of those here, right? Put them all out. So 1 week ago, I would have been able to get this, and I would not have had that. Now, I could get this, and I would have that. You know, so I'm talking about if you did a straight gold to silver ratio, or a silver to gold ratio, I should say, trade, you know, it would have cost 93 of these Eagles. Now it's costing only 83 of these Eagles to get one of these gold Buffaloes. And so I did want to go onto Kitco.com and give you guys a little update on the speculation of why silver in particular went up. So there's a few different videos. It may kind of explain it. Here's some possible reasons. The weaker US dollar, failing yields, worries over rising COVID-19 cases, and growing tensions between the US and China are all contributing. So here is 6 different videos that you guys could all check out. I will put a link to this webpage with all these videos down below. They're not too long, you know, upwards of maybe like 15 minutes at the most, but many different ideas. Like here's one, the green tech surge and precious metal boom propels silver. You know, is that one of the ideas? The gold-silver ratio key as markets surge higher. So just a lot of different ideas out there. So I'd encourage you guys to go ahead and check these out, see what they all have to say. You know, the real reason silver price has been surging. Just a lot of good info out there. It's good to get every perspective that you possibly can. So, once again, I'll have the link down below, and go ahead and check this out, and let's get back into the video. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit of information from Kitco.com on just all the different theories and ideas out there that people have. You know, this seems like it just came right out of the blue. There's been talk about silver hitting 20 for quite some time. You know, it slowly progressed to 17, to 18, to 19, went back down. I don't think it went back down to 16 or 15 when it got that high. However, then it went back up, and it's like it's going to hit 20, and it's going to be there to stay, and then bam. It even hit over 23 at one point during this week. So the question for me, and for the viewers out there and everybody who stacks, is should you get into stacking at this time? If you're already a stacker, more of a seasoned, a veteran stacker, you know, stay pat. Is it time to kind of see what happens, maybe sit back and see how the market plays out? Because during these uncertain times, people do rush to hard assets such as gold and silver, and that has been historically the case. The demand potentially could be high due to FOMO, fear of missing out. You know, people think, uh-oh, that's it. I can't get gold and silver anymore. You know, I have to go catch it now, even though the prices are up. Or maybe thinking getting it now that it's going to go to the moon and it's going to be 30, then 40, then 50, then triple digits. I mean, that is just all speculation right now. When it comes to stacking, I like to take more of a conservative approach. Stacking precious metals, I think, is a conservative investment. It is a long haul investment, and it's really, to me, it's a savings account. It's a way to hold my money, try to maintain whatever type of wealth I have. I'm far from wealthy, but albeit I do have some gold and some silver. My assets are in that type of category that I'm not going to go out and just spend the money on whatever, a new TV or, like a unnecessary out to dinner trip or whatever it may be. It just keeps me, kind of on the straight and narrow path when it comes to saving money. So that's why I do it. Like I said, this is a long-term thing. Now, it's not to say if it does go up to 50 randomly, I won't sell some of it off. This gold and silver ratio, if this drops, a lot more, there could be some maneuvering that way. However, I don't know, I'm not going to really jump to conclusions or rush to any decisions. And I also wanted to talk about what we've seen between the physical market, what we do, these hard assets, the silver, and the gold. There has been a disconnect between the market value, the paper market, and the physical market. Now, the paper market is generally traded on speculation. I know some speculation came out. I believe the silver price was being sold for September, somewhere around $21.50, I want to say. And, a lot of people jumped right into that investment, bought futures on it, and said, oh, I got to get this now when it's $19.35. I can make $2 per. You buy tens of thousands of shares in that, and next thing you know, you've made a little bit of money. However, that's not the game. That's really not what we're into here, stacking silver, stacking gold in a physical sense. But we saw this disconnect when the price really dropped, when the whole pandemic and everything kicked in. Mines started shutting down. Mints were starting to worry about their inventory, the inventory of their silver on hand. There was worry about a silver shortage. A lot of different reasons that went into that. So premiums went pretty high. Silver was like $12 to $14. And American Silver Eagles here were still going for $25 or whatever, And it's still the case. These premiums are not dropping. If you go to all the online bullion sites, you will see a lot of them still have American Silver Eagles for around $7.99 over spot. So that really didn't change at all. And I think these same variables still apply in the reasoning why the premiums are still high and what you could buy this physical stuff for. Now, silver premiums have maintained pretty high. Gold premiums went pretty high at first back in March, April, May. They've since come down. I'm hoping that holds, that stays kind of where it's at. Maybe it goes down a little bit. And it really continues to showcase that disconnect between paper and silver, and it's really been amplified during this time. And so if I was a new stacker and I was getting into it, what would I buy? Would it be American Silver Eagles? I'm talking in silver right now, and in gold, depending on how financially stable you are and where your investments may lie. Otherwise, how your economic situation at home has been, your financial situation at home during this time period. If you've lost your job and you've had to rely on unemployment, we'll all see what happens with that. That's about to run out. I know there's been talk of new stimulus, but that also is going to have to drive your decision, because you can't say I want a 1 ounce gold buffalo here instead of buying, food and paying my electric bill and all that. So don't let that enter into your mind, with any type of FOMO, because there's a lot greater FOMO if you can't afford to feed yourself and your family. That's for sure. So if it was with silver, for example, I do not think I would be going with these American Silver Eagles right now. Now, normal times, for whatever they were, whatever they may be again, and if they even were normal, and in that previous version of our world, American Silver Eagles were the best thing to stack. I still am a big proponent of them. I'm a big supporter. But right now, the premiums are just too high. Unless you could find an exceptional deal, I would go in other routes. And where premiums have stayed pretty low, and where a lot of people seem to be jumping more on board towards, and what I would recommend or suggest, and when it comes to my recommendations, to my suggestions, just remember, I am not a financial advisor. This channel is solely for entertainment purposes, and I have to give that disclaimer just in case. So my suggestion has to come in the form of constitutional 90% American silver. This is just what I think is the right buy right now. Let's get a little more room, dump out some more. The premiums have stayed low. It's in high demand. It is probably the most liquid of all your precious metal hard assets. You know, whether, I just put out a few examples, there's a lot of variations, whether it's like this 64 Kennedy half dollar. I like these because they seem to retain a lot more of their silver since they were only in circulation for 1 year. You know, it could be your half dollar, your Benjamin Franklins, your Walking Liberties. Those were the ones I tend to stay towards or stick with. Anything other than that, you're probably going to be paying a little bit of a numismatic premium on it. You know, really no matter what condition it is, whether it's like a Barber half or what have you, or even like a Columbus Expo commemorative, Booker T. Washington commemorative. All these other ones, you're going to be paying a little numismatic premium on it. Now with dimes, with these Mercuries, you may pay a little numismatic on these versus the Roosevelts. I prefer these Mercuries if you could find them for the same price. And that's just really a personal preference issue when it comes to stacking constitutional silver. If it's the same price, you know, the Roosevelt dimes I've grown up with, having those as part of my pocket change. So just to see something different is really kind of cool. And of course, quarters. A lot of people like stacking quarters. It's kind of in that in between. You know, with dimes, it's more, I would say, for the prepper stacker, just in a future barter situation. If things ever truly did SHTF, I will keep this as PG as possible. So if blank hits the fan, that's what it means. Dimes might come in handy there. Although quarters are probably kind of in that in between, as they could work in both regards. I'm just all about the weight when it comes to constitutional silver. That's my main focus. Like I said, it's for a savings account type situation. Okay, so I hope this video was able to help some of you guys out there. I did want to address this situation. I wanted to collect a lot of the facts, and of course I will put a link down below to that Kitco website where they have, you know, all the different videos and everybody's take on why this is happening. It might be good just to watch for educational purposes, just get a little more insight on what's going on. Maybe it's something you didn't realize. Maybe it's something you dispute. You know, who knows? But it's always good to hear every different variation of speculation on why this happened, why the price of silver just, you know, really shot up 15% in 1 week. I mean, that is pretty high. That's a lot. Okay, and so that will wrap it up for this video. And if you'd like to see similar videos about silver with a little bit of gold, then please subscribe and push that notification bell, smash that like button, and leave a comment. And until next time, this is the Stacking Cat.